Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about some of the teams that you can build with Dendro and some compositions that will be good on different reactions. For example, we are going to talk about the teams that are based on Quicken and the teams that are based on Bloom. For the Bloom reaction, we are going to talk about the two sub-reactions, Hyperbloom and Burgeon reactions. And on the other hand, for the Quicken reaction, we won't be going on a grave or a spread because indeed they do the same, and there's only one team that is played on a spread that we are going to talk about, but we are not going to divide it like for the Bloom reaction. So nothing else more to say, so let's get started, guys. For the Quicken reaction, we can play 2 Electros, 1 Dendro, and 1 Fletch spot. On this Fletch spot, we can use characters like Bennett, Diona, or Zhongli. One of the examples that has been more popular is the use of Keqing, Fischl, Dendro Traveler, and Bennett. This team consists on using the Quicken reaction on Keqing, so she triggers most like all the reactions, and Fischl also does it, and you deal tons of damage, some quick swaps, and Bennett buffing your team so you can maintain a high amount of damage. For the Keqing team, we want to play Keqing with 4 pieces Standard in Fury, or 2 pieces attack percent and another 2 pieces attack percent, or 2 pieces attack percent and 2 pieces electro damage bonus. Fischl can be played with Tenacity of the Myolith or the new Dendro set. The Dendro MC can be played with the new Dendro set or even with 4 pieces emblem. On the other hand, Bennett is gonna hold 4 pieces Nobles. Also, one of the things that has been played recently is for Quicken is Razor, Bennett, Dendro MC, and Q. For the Razor team, Razor is gonna go with 4 pieces Standard in Fury. It's worth mentioning that this team is the same team that is going to be played on Sinnoh probably, or if not like this team, somehow familiar with double Electro and Dendro Traveler and Bennett. Another Quicken team that can be played is one of my favorites, with his Tignari, Fischl, Kazuha, and Kokomi. This is one of the most important teams for Tignari, and Fischl is unreplaceable, but Kazuha and Kokomi can be replaced easily. For example, Kazuha can be replaced with Sucrose, or Kokomi can be replaced with another support like Zhongli or Diona. This team is based on Tignari with the 4 pieces new set or 4 pieces Wanderers. For Fischl, we want to go 2 pieces attack percent, 2 pieces electro damage bonus, or 4 pieces Tenacity of the Myolith. For Kazuha or Sucrose, Prison Benderer, and for your support, or for example in the case of Kokomi, you can go with your standard set that you use on them. Now let's head to the Bloom team. Bloom teams are a bit more complex, so let's get started. Okay, so for Bloom teams, as I said before, there are 2 types of team, the Burgeon team and the Hyperbloom teams. Let's get started first with the Hyperbloom teams. These teams normally consist of 1 Hydro, 2 Dendros, and 1 Electro. That's because you want to spawn some seeds with the reaction of Hydro plus Dendro and then explode them using an Electro support. It's worth mentioning that this damage will be on single target damage, so it's important to take that in count. For example, one team that I like a lot and I have been testing is Tartaglia, 2 Dendros, for example the Dendro MC and Colei with Kuki Shinobu. Kuki Shinobu must be built on this type of teams with full elemental mastery. In my case, I went for 4 pieces Tenacity of the Myolith with Kuki Shinobu and full elemental mastery on Goblet, Sands, and circlet. I like to use the 2 Dendros, one with with the new set of 4 pieces Dendro, and the other with 4 pieces instructor set. For our Hydro option, I just gonna go with the set that you use normally on them. There are other options like playing 2 Hydros, for example, with 1 Dendro and 1 Electro, 1 Hydro, 2 Dendros and 1 Electro, as I said before, and finally there are the Hydro plus Electro plus Dendro plus an Emo. This last one team, there's one team especially that I like a lot, which is Sucrose Hyperbloom, which seems super great. You play Sucrose plus Q plus Dendro Traveler plus Fischl, and you got tons of damage on single target, but tons of damage, and Sucrose helps you group all of them and do a lot more damage while applying Viristen Bender. So you want to play Sucrose Viristen Bender, Dendro Traveler with the new 4 pieces set of Dendro, Fischl with Tenacity of the Myelite or 2 pieces attack percent and 2 pieces electro damage bonus, and finally Q, which will be holding core 4 pieces Nobliss or 4 pieces Emblem.
Rain out my Spring Force! Scatter! Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75. Absorption test.
I didn't mention it before, but quick disclaimer is that I didn't mention the fridge teams. The fridge teams are teams that are super strong, which they only focus on Bloom. For example, playing Kaeya Diona, Dendro MC, and a Hydro player like Kamisato Ayato, Kokomi, or Tartaglia. Also, you can swap Diona for Rosaria for more damage if you need it. But the important thing here is that the one who triggers the reactions, for example, normally you want to trigger the reaction with your Hydro player, so what you want to do is to build that character full elemental mastery or almost full elemental mastery. For Kokomi, for example, I will go full elemental mastery and some energy recharge as main substats that you want to search for. For Ayato the same, but you can try to put an attack percent Sans if you need it, but you should go full elemental mastery, and the same happens to Tartaglia. Okay, so let's head to the Burgeon teams. These Burgeon teams need of a healer normally, but the normal teams that you can play is 1 Hydro, 2 Dendros, 1 Pyro, where I will go for Kokomi with her normal set, 2 Dendros, one with Instructor set and the other one with the Dendro set, and finally the Pyro one, which I will go with the new set, Glided Dreams, which is one of the best sets for triggering reactions. For the Pyro, in this team, I will go personally with Thoma. Thoma is super great on this team, and Kokomi at the head of Hydro application can be triggering all the Burgeon reactions as she wants to. I will go with Thoma. Thoma is incredible on this team and can be super great. It's a bit hard to play, but when you got it and you know how to do the rotations, it's one of the best teams in my opinion. You can also play 2 Hydros, 1 Dendro, 1 Pyro. The 2 Hydros must be Kokomi Q. The Dendro can be the Dendro Traveler, and the Pyro must be Thoma or Link. Remember that if you play Link, you must go with the new set, and you need a lot of Elemental Mastery and Energy Recharge to have your ultimate up. Another team that can be played is one Hydro, one Dendro, one Pyro, and another Pyro. This team is exactly a national of Child, so we're gonna play Child or Tartaglia, I don't know how do you say the name, the Dendro Traveler for example, or Colei, and Link and Bennett. Link and Bennett are the ones in charge to trigger the reactions of Burgeon. Also, it's worth mentioning that Bennett can infuse you on Pyro. So, for example, you can play one Hydro, one Dendro, Bennett, and Kazuha to trigger the reactions. Or even the Hydro Dendro that we told you before, Bennett, and Jin to do some fire reactions while the Hydro and the Dendro keep applicating themselves. I didn't test this last team yet, but it seems really good on paper. And that's all for this guide, guys. Hope I helped you to build some teams, and if you have any other questions of what team should you build, what artifact you should put on someone, you can ask me on the comments and I will be answering all of them below. I hope you like this new type of videos where I don't follow exactly a script and I talk about my experience and I go improvising a lot more. So, nothing else to say. Leave a like, subscribe, it will help me a lot to continue bringing this content, and next video probably will be a Tignari guide. So see you guys on next video. Bye bye.